Good evening, everybody. We will start here in a minute. Appreciate your patience. All right, good evening. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us for tonight's SAISA College Sailing Information and Recruiting Night. My name is Dana Magliola. I'm the Commissioner of SAISA, and really pleased to have everyone here with us tonight. Should be okay on visual and on audio. You should still see our slides. My settings on this side look good. Please note we are recording this session, so we'll be able to make that available to you and to others hereafter on the SAISA website. But really excited to share with you information about the SAISA conference, as well as basic information on recruiting in college sailing. We're pleased tonight to partner with Sail One Design and One United Sailing to organize and promote tonight's event, and you'll hear more about them in a little bit. Tonight's meeting, of course, is hosted on Zoom, and we will have time for question and answers at the end. But for now, please do keep your lines muted and keep your cameras off to help with bandwidth for the meeting. We have quite a few people. We have over 100 people on the call tonight, so that's great to see that kind of interest. And we had 160 registered, so I expect we should see more joining us. So here's a brief overview of our agenda for tonight's meeting. We'll hear from our organizing partners, Sail One Design and One United Sailing, and then I'll provide an overview of the conference, as well as share key information and details about recruiting in college sailing, as well as compliance with the recruiting rules and the parameters of the ICSA, the Intercollegiate Sailing Association, which is the organizing authority of college sailing in the United States and Canada. Following this, we'll hear directly from coaches and student leaders, student team leaders from each of the programs in SAISA. We have 24 of the 30 active programs joining us tonight. Some couldn't make it, but really pleased to have that turnout from our conference. Each presenter will have exactly 2 minutes and share at a maximum 2 slides. I'll be operating the slides, and we'll be cutting on and off microphones at that 2-minute mark. So please, if you're here to speak about a team, please keep it within those parameters. We'll work to make speaker transition smooth. So if you are presenting, be prepared and ready when it's your time. I have organized the presentations using a random order generator to keep things fair, and I will go ahead and post the order of those presentations in the chat so that you know what we have, when you will be speaking, and when it's your turn. Give me 1 second, and I'll have that done. All right, so in the chat, you'll see this is for later, but just to know what order you're in, so look ahead of you and know when your time is up. We'll talk about the conference. As I said, we'll talk about recruiting. We'll have presentations. We'll have time for questions and answers. I was really excited to see so many folks registered and such a wide representation. We have registrants joining us from 24 states as well as a few territories. So great to have so many people here. I will keep an eye on the chat. If there are any sort of issues on the front end, please type that in there. Otherwise, save your questions and answers for the end, and we'll have time for that. We're really pleased to partner with Sail One Design to pull together this event and to promote it. I've really enjoyed working with Clara Hewson on this event, and she'll speak to you a little bit about Sail One Design And although she's a Mesa alumni, I will say I think her vibes are very SAISA, and SAISA compatible. So we're really happy to have her, and she's been a great partner. Clara, if you want to go ahead and unmute your microphone, you're ready to go.
Sure. Thank you for the introduction. My name is Clara Hewson, and I'm the media/content manager for Sail One Design. As Dana mentioned, I was a college sailor and I graduated from Cornell this year, but I know how great it is to sail in college, and I'm really, really excited that SAISA was able to put on this event for you all. So I started working here at Sail One Design at the beginning of the summer, and it's really cool to be involved in a grassroots sailing organization that kind of caters to all aspects of the sailing community. So we are made up of 3 main business functions that includes sailing industry job board. So for young sailors like you guys, there are a lot of coaching opportunities posted there for all over the country. But there are also things like sailmaker or teaching positions that are combined with coaching. So I really feel like there is something for everyone. We also have a brokerage service, and there you can list or buy boats, and I've seen some cool things like new foiling boats, but you can also find lasers, 420s, FJs, and more. And lastly, we have a sailing news page called Airwaves, and this is my personal favorite because it is a really big focus of my job. We cover regattas and do reports on events that we find interesting. So in the past, we've done local events like Larchmont Race Week, which is in New York on the Long Island Sound, but then we also have scaled up to Sail GP Inspire events, and that's on a national scale and kind of fosters the connection between youth sailing and bigger events like Sail GP. Personally, I think Airwaves is really relevant to college sailing and high school sailing because we do things like the team race rankings in the spring, and you can see where the top 20 college teams in the country shake out according to a panel of coaches, which is really cool. And we also cover things like College Coach of the Year or various awards for college teams. And we really want to keep the connection between high school and college sailing strong. So I'm always looking for input on what you guys want to hear. And if you have any requests or thoughts on new reports or questions in general, feel free to send me an email at clara@sailonedesign.com. And I can also put that in the chat as well. So thank you.
Clara, thank you for that, and really glad to have worked with you on this event and organizing and promoting it. We've also enjoyed partnering with One United Sailing, an organization, a coaching and training organization to put on this event. And then Esteban Forer, who you'll hear from later as well. But Esteban will also tell you a little bit about One United. Esteban, you're up.
Awesome. Thank you, Dana. Pleasure to be here. Pleasure to work with everybody on this. Some of you may know me, others may not. I wear many hats at this time. I'm wearing my One United hat. And we are here to help you guys in your junior sailing careers with training camps, regatta support, equipment management, and more importantly, we're here to help connect you guys and coaches with similar like-minded initiatives and efforts together to help bolster sailing as a sport in general. Our youth program offerings extend from the Club 420 into the Melgas 15. We're going to be spreading into that class this December. And this past fall, we went into the J70 class where we fielded a youth team in the J70 Midwinter Championship. So we're very much interested in helping you guys out along your sailing journey. Please feel free to reach out to myself or Matt at matt1unitedsailing.org. The email is down at the bottom of the slide. And we look forward to hearing from you and helping you out throughout your journey.
Great, Esteban. Thank you for that. I'm excited to be working with One United as we're going to look to find some other resources that we can put in place for the SAISA conference on training and improvement around match racing and some of the other great resources that One United has. So great to be working with you. And of course, Esteban is the 2023-2024 SAISA Coach of the Year. So always glad to have people at the helm who know what they're doing. So let's talk a little bit about the SAISA Conference. The SAISA Conference was founded in 1964 at the Citadel Boathouse in Charleston, and we're really excited to celebrate our 60th anniversary as a conference this year. The founding members of the conference included the Citadel, College of Charleston, Clemson University, Duke University, and Old Dominion and the College of William and Mary. Those two latter teams have moved on to Mesa, but we will forgive them for that. Today, the conference spans the geography of Alabama, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. This includes 30 active college sailing programs, 7 of which are classified as cross-regional teams competing at the highest level of college sailing, an additional 16 regional teams who compete in SAISA Conference, as well as other out-of-conference events across the country, and 7 fundamental programs who compete primarily within the conference and are growing as teams, young teams in their development. These classifications are truly best viewed as a progression for teams who are developing and improving both in competitive standing and in organizational stability. Many of our fundamental teams are progressing towards regional status, while regional teams are getting stronger on and off the water towards their eventual classification as cross-regional programs. SAISA is one of the most active and well-established conferences in college sailing, hosting an average of 50 or more events each year, while SAISA teams are competing all over the country in more than 100 regattas a year in both the fall and spring season combined, in and out of conference. SAISA does not just include 30 college teams, but more specifically, more than 230 dedicated student athletes, coaches, and administrators across our geography from Florida to North Carolina. SAISA is one of the most successful conferences in college sailing, and SAISA teams have won more than 30 national championships, from double-handed dinghy sailing to single-hand to keelboat events, as well as numerous fowl trophy events for the overall best program in college sailing. SAISA will be hosting ICSA Nationals this fall with single-handed, as well as Spring Nationals in 25 and Spring Nationals in 26. So SAISA will be the place to be for at least the next 2 years. So we are proud to be a part of the SAISA Conference. As an active and competitive conference on the national level, we are a growing conference. Over the past 5 years, the conference has grown by nearly 20%, welcoming new teams to competition and working hard to help support student and university organizers as they build their own college sailing teams. The conference is committed to growing the sport of sailing in our region and in our communities, as well as providing both the environment and resources for students and organizers to learn and improve. The conference is financially sound, stable, and through our slate of volunteer leaders, is committed to transparent operation and leadership. Not much goes on in the SAISA Conference that our membership teams and conference members don't know about or aren't briefed about. More importantly, one of the things I'm most proud about as our conference is that one of the hallmarks of the SAISA Conference is our focus on maintaining a positive, encouraging, and inclusive community around competition and training. Hospitality, sportsmanship, and true Corinthian spirit make SAISA the best conference in college sailing to call home. Since it's Olympic season, and I hope you guys are all glued to NBC and Peacock watching these and seeing great social media coverage by one of SAISA's proudest daughters, Allison Chenard. But since it's Olympic season, I want to recognize the sailors competing in Paris with SAISA connections, as well as those who sailed in past Olympics, including several medal winners, one of whom you'll hear from later tonight. So recruiting rules are important to understand during this process. As you progress in learning more about college sailing, it's important to understand the rules and ICSA guidelines for recruiting. To start with, let's establish some definitions in the recruiting conversation, including who is considered a recruit. Those students who have begun high school entering 9th grade and above are considered prospective student athletes and are therefore subject to ICSA rules. So sailors younger than 9th grade are not considered recruits, but they are also not eligible to be solicited for recruiting purposes. Recruiting itself is discussing a college or a university with a specific prospective student athlete tailored to that athlete with the intention of sailing or competing for that college or university. Of course, coaches and sailors will cross paths regularly, often at One Design events or high school events or clinics. And these situations are considered what's considered unavoidable incidental contact. These do not constitute recruiting or are considered a recruiting rules violation if the interactions themselves are relevant to that event and basically include general civility. You know, you don't want to be, you won't see coaches and students talking about sailing-related activities at that school in those contexts. And here's just some quick takeaways on there, some of sort of the key issues. So the rules surrounding contact with recruits are important to keep in mind, especially the schedule. Right off the bat, the only student athletes eligible for recruitment are those who've passed June 15th of the summer prior to starting their 11th grade year. So this summer, all of those kids going into junior year after June 15th, you could interact with them between coaches and recruits. However, visits to schools and campuses are not allowed until July 1st of the summer prior to a student's 11th grade year. When you're on a visit, a recruit may not participate in any athletic-related activities such as sailing or workouts. They may attend practice and, for example, ride on a coach boat or a safety boat to spectate, but they may not sail. It's important to recognize also that the consequences for breaking these rules will impact not only the colleges and universities involved, but may impact the eligibility of the recruit themselves. So here are some do's and don'ts about recruiting to keep in mind, as this fall progresses and as you progress through your eligibility timeline. Of course, prior to your 11th grade year, learn about colleges, learn about what's out there and about programs. Continue to add to that college resume, continue to get good grades and work hard, and continue to sail competitively at every opportunity that you have. Once you turn 11, once you're about to enter your 11th grade year that summer, that's when you really start to get geared up. Post June 15th, reach out to coaches, reach out to college teams that you're interested in for their academic and educational offerings, but also for sailing. Work hard, continue to keep your grades up, continue to keep community service and other activities that are going to make you a strong admissions candidate. Keep doing that. Definitely keep that up. Begin your testing, and we say test early and test often. Once you're a senior, you're well into the recruiting process. Hopefully, by this point, you've spoken with some schools that you're interested in. You're starting to get more familiar with the landscape of college sailing, and have honest and transparent conversations about what your interests are with coaches. I like to think that there is a place for everyone, every sailor in college sailing, and whether it's the right fit or not. And it's very important to get the right fit and to make sure that you're compatible with a program in a university, or your college sailing experience, and by extension, your college experience will be less than what's possible and less than what it should be. It's important to keep in good contact with coaches and have candid conversations with them about their roster, about their interest in you, and about their programs. Keep up with correspondence, respond to emails, respond to direct messages. You yourself can reach out with emails and other methods of communication, especially in social media, where it's so easy to get in touch with a lot of our programs. Decide where you're applying, get those applications done, and get them done on time. I will say that one of the biggest don'ts, and probably the only real significant don't here in the takeaway, is don't make bad decisions. And this is something I tell my teammates all the time. Avoid alcohol and illegal substances or other bad decisions when you're on campus, on visits, or staying overnight, or really in general. This will impact your status as a recruit and as a potential admissions candidate for these schools. They'll also most likely get schools in trouble. So this is kind of on all of us to make good decisions. All right, so that is kind of the rules part of the presentation. We're going to turn to the individual team presentations. You'll see in the chat that I've put the order of teams in which who are presenting, but we are going to start off with Duke University, our neighbors and friends here in Raleigh and Durham. Ian Hugenboom from Duke. I'm going to give you 2 minutes, and you're ready to go.
All right, thank you very much, Dana. My name is Ian Hugenboom. I am the president of Duke Club Sailing. So let me tell you a little bit about Duke first. You're a private university located in Durham, North Carolina. Not a huge school. It's about 6,500 students. You're split into 2 schools, the engineering school and then kind of the everything else school. I put some of the common majors up on the slides here. A little bit about admissions, recommended minimum of 1,500 SAT or 34 ACT. Early decision is November 4th, regular decision January 2nd. The acceptance rates are very different for those. So if you're thinking about it, early decision does make a big difference. The admissions office also looks for letters of recommendation, participation in extracurriculars, and well-written application essays when they're considering applicants. Next slide, Dana. All right, so a little bit about Duke Sailing. We're a relatively small club program, but we're fairly active. At any given moment, we have about a dozen race members and about twice as many social members. Like Dana said, we practice with NC State on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at Lake Crabtree County Park around 3:30 to sunset in both the fall and spring semesters. We mostly sail FJs, but we also have 420s there. We're a pretty laid-back group. Many of our members have never sailed before college and just joined for fun and getting out on the water. Also, just putting it out there, my sophomore year, I organized an all-expense-paid trip through Duke to the U.S. Virgin Islands on a 53-foot yacht, and this can, in theory, happen every 4 years. So that would be 2026. If you have any questions or feel like reaching out, the club sailing email is at the bottom of this slide.
All right, well done, Ian. Right under 2 minutes. Thank you for sticking with that. Up next, let's go ahead and Naya, are you online for Florida State?
Hello, everyone. My name is Naya Ford, and I'm the captain of the FSU sailing team. First of all, I'm so glad so many of you guys have shown so much interest in SAISA. I'd like to thank you all for listening to everything we have to say. That being said, if you're passionate about sailing and thinking about where to continue your education, let me tell you why Florida State is a great choice for you. We're located in Tallahassee, Florida, which is not that great, but we have just over 44,000 students with a lively campus and strong academic programs. Some of our top majors include psychology, finance, marketing, and criminal justice. With a 25% acceptance rate, FSU attracts motivated and diverse students from all over the place. At FSU, you'll find a welcoming community and plenty of opportunities to grow both academically and personally. Our campus offers excellent facilities, a variety of student organizations, and a supportive environment that encourages you to pursue your passions. You can see here that we have our SAT scores. They range pretty high, and you don't have to stick to those exact ranges. Dana, can you switch the slide? Thank you. Now let's talk about our sailing team. Our team is cross-regional and completely student-led, giving you a chance to take on leadership roles and contribute to the team's success. We've qualified for nationals for the past 3 years, and we have about 30 members. Our captains lead practice twice a week at the res, which is a lake near campus. You can never predict the wind at the res, so we always have plenty of surprises at practice. With that being said, being part of our team means being part of a close-knit group that shares your passion for sailing and supports each other both on and off the water. If you're looking for a place where you can excel academically while continuing to sail competitively, FSU could be the place for you. For more information about joining our team, feel free to email us at fsusailing@gmail.com or visit our website at fsusailing.org. We'd love to have you on board. Thank you for listening, and we hope to see you at FSU soon.
Naya, thank you. Go Seminoles, and on time and on schedule. Let's turn it over to Avery Roth from the University of Tennessee. Avery, let me get your slides up and you're ready to go.
Thanks. So, hey guys, I'm the Commodore for the UT Sailing Club. Just an overview about UT. We are a public university in Knoxville, Tennessee, which is Eastern Tennessee. We're right off the Tennessee River, but we sail at a lake that's nearby. Just an idea of the energy on campus. It's a big school with big energy. We've been titled America's College Sports City. So if you're a sports enjoyer outside of sailing, it's definitely a good place for you. We have a large undergraduate population, and acceptance rate and application stuff is shown on the screen there. I will say that our applications and acceptance rate has been going down over time. So if there's a time to go to UT, it is now. I'm good for the next slide. This is our sailing club. Like our friend at Duke was saying, we're a slightly smaller club, here for a good time and good sailing. We're definitely in a rebuilding process since a lot of our key sailors have graduated. So I'm excited to be facilitating a time for us to develop our current sailors and welcome people in who maybe don't know how to sail or maybe experienced racers, and organizing a good and strong race team. We're excited to get competitive about this. So that's our sailing club at UT.
Avery, thank you very much. And you'll see that when your university wins a national championship in another sport or competes in like a Final Four, the applications go through the roof. So Tennessee's baseball championship will make it even harder to get into UTK. So something to file away. Well done. Up next, we have one of our newest programs in SAISA, Dante with Florida International. Go ahead and jump on, and we're good to go.
Awesome. So, hi everyone. My name is Dante. I'm here with the FIU sailing program. So FIU is a public university in Miami, Florida. There's with about 55,000 students. It's known a lot for its research work and for having a lot of affiliations. If you're someone who's into like the business world or international business, Miami being a trade hub can give you lots of opportunities for building great connections. And all of our other programs also are ranked pretty well, but the business really stands out. Dana, if you wouldn't mind hopping over to the next slide. Thank you. So when Dana was talking earlier about new and growing fundamental teams, we're one of those. We started actually last semester. So this will be our first semester participating in SAISA. I'm proud to say that we're starting off with around 20 people, and we're doing a mix of competitive and recreational sailing. So we've got about 6 FJs and the opportunity to sail some keelboats and some Hobie Cats. And whether or not you want to go compete or just go out with your friends and have a good time and learn how to sail, we'd like to welcome all of those sailors and make sure that we can be as inclusive as possible. There's no point in gatekeeping something that we all know and love. Thank you.
Outstanding and good point. We're excited to have you in SAISA. We got to work on your pronunciation. You got to go native with us. We're really thrilled to have the programs growing there in SAISA South. Esteban and Rollins College, you're up next. Go ahead and take the floor.
Awesome. Thank you, Dana. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. I trust that you guys can do a lot of the independent research about Rollins College and our academic prowess on your own. I'm here to talk a little bit more about our sailing team. Just a stone's throw away from your last class or your college dorm. Our campus is right there, situated next to our boathouse, right there on Lake Virginia. We are a varsity program that has access to various opportunities with athletic training, sports medicine, sports psychology. We just finished a newly renovated boathouse this past year, which is equipped with the classroom, locker rooms, and offices for meetings between coaching staff and sailors. And just this year, we had our Barrett dock introduced, which has a floating dock of 18 FJs right there on our campus. This is my first year coaching at Rollins College. I grew up sailing out of Southern California, where I was recruited to Old Dominion University, where I stood on the shoulders of giants and made some impressions of my own as a 3-time All-American. I've now had the pleasure of working alongside a good friend of mine, John Fadre, at Jacksonville University for the past 4 years, and just moved over to Rollins College this past year, where I started building up this program, as Dana alluded to in the beginning of this meeting. We offer 6 roster spots every year. We pride ourselves on competing with character. We want to bring in the right folks at the right time and are very particular about that. Please scan our QR code and email us below. Thank you.
Outstanding, Esteban. Thank you. And glad to have you on there from Rollins. All right, up next, Georgia Tech.
Hi, I'm Fabian from Georgia Tech. I'm the keelboat race team captain. Georgia Tech, we are a big state school in Midtown Atlanta. Our majors are primarily STEM, a lot of CS, but also aerospace engineering, business majors as well, 18,000 undergrads. Yeah, it's a big renowned school in Atlanta. We sail out of Lake Lanier, sailing club on Lake Lanier. We have about 50 active members on the next slide. A little bit about our activities. So we typically attend 6 to 8 regattas each semester in the SAISA Conference. We also sail keelboats actually every week on the Wednesday night races in Lake Lanier. As well as
Interesting. That is interesting.
we also have dinghy practices every Thursday evening on Lake Lanier, which is a great way to practice for the regattas. We have 12 420s, lasers, Hobie Cats, 3 J24s, and incoming a larger keelboat. So we're open to both, as you can see from our fleet, both dinghies as well, keelboats, but also racing, but also cruising. If you're interested, our Instagram's GT Sailing. You can always send us a message or reach out or just Google and find our website. Thank you.
Fabian, thank you for that. And great to hear from fellow SAISA North competitors. All right, the University of South Florida is up. Coach Allison Jolly.
Hey, welcome everyone to SAISA. I'd like to talk to you about USF. We are academically very strong. We're ranked 35th among all public universities as of 2024 and third in affordability. This is the place to come. We offer 2 campus experiences. We have 50,000 students in Tampa and only 6,000 in St. Pete. So we offer everything you would want. We've got engineering, medical sciences, business, marine biology, environmental sciences, communications, you name it. We also offer rolling admissions. The top students get in first. We have a brand new fleet of 20 Zim FJs. They haven't even been sailed yet. That's because we're hosting nationals the next May. Typical week, we practice 3 times a week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We work out 2 times a week, Tuesday and Thursday. We travel on Friday. We compete Saturday and Sunday. Monday is our mandatory day off. Tampa Bay is fantastic. We have a diversity of sailing conditions. We have easterlies with big waves, and we have westerlies with flat water. So we have a little bit of everything. We have 2 full-time coaches and 2 rib safety coach boats. We're kind of 2 teams in one. Women have a full varsity program with strength and conditioning coach, academic advisor, sports trainer, a sports psychologist, a sports nutritionist, organized volunteer opportunities, career mentorships, all expense paid travel, airfare, rental vans, hotels, meals, team bonding events, high ropes courses, river tubing trips, priority registration for all classes, and a ton of USF branded apparel. The open club team competes with us. They practice with us. They are basically part of us. And they offer a unique opportunity for student leadership opportunity. Did you do both slides?
I did, yes.
Awesome. Thank you, Dana. I knew you'd catch me on that. Thank you.
All right, Allison, thank you so much. All right, up next, we've got
We're done.
Nyla, excuse me, where am I looking? I can't read here, guys.
Because we're loaded and ready to go over to the gravel one.
All right, UNC Wilmington, you're up next. Thanks, Allison. All right, Caswell, you're good to go. Kaz, you're muted still. There you go. Not getting any sound. All right, I'm going to let you keep working on that. We will come back to you.
Dana, I can do it.
Yeah. All right, we've got Sam. Sam, you want to go ahead and present?
I'll go ahead and present. I'm with the UNCW Sailing Club. For our school, we have about 18,000 students. The school is mostly with biology. It's what the school is known for, but we have anything. English, reading, writing. We have a big nursing program. And our sailing program has been going on since the 90s. We're located in Wrightsville Beach, we're part of the Carolina Yacht Club. We have 18 newer 420s that we sail on I forget what on Banks Channel. And then you have the next slide. So our president, whose audio is not working, his name is Caswell. He is a junior, and we competed in champs the past 4 years. We're trying to get into keelboat racing. We're going to 3 keelboats this semester. Our race team is about 30 people. We have a club team too, which is about 150 people. We're trying to get more competitive right now, but it's a big club team.
All right, Sam, thanks for jumping in the face of technological challenges. Great to have the Dub on here with us. All right, up next, Nick from the Citadel will join us. Nick.
Hello, how's it going? This is Nick Johnstone. I'm the coach at the Citadel. I've been with the Dell now for about 4 years. When we had the program Rise from the Ashes. We're actually the first program to come out of the Southeast. Program started back in 1937, and then just over, it was very competitive in the 70s, top 10 team nationally. Then over time, sort of became less and less competitive until the program eventually folded in 2016. Due to a variety of issues like facilities, our channel that we sail out of silted in. But we had a great group of alumni that came together and hired me as a coach. So I've been doing that since 2020. And just actually recently today became the waterfront director through the school. So that was a big deal. That kind of established the sailing team at the Citadel as an official, not yet a varsity sport, but established through the school, which is great. A little bit of background on the Citadel. It's a senior military college, so not everyone's required to go into ROTC, but everyone goes through that regiment on a daily and weekly basis. So at the Citadel, you can choose to either go the Army route, Navy, Marines, Air Force, and we do have an emerging Coast Guard program, which is great. But basically, I mean, if you're looking to go Air Force, Army, I mean, we're really your only option for a competitive sailing, college sailing program. Obviously it's gonna be a tough sell if you're interested in Navy or Coast Guard, choosing the Citadel over them, but we still encourage you to give us a look. And yeah, we have a great new facility. We have a multi-million-dollar boating center. I can't give too many details, but we have a nice big new fleet of boats coming within the next year, hopefully. And yeah, we've been competitive. We've qualified for SAISA Conference champs every year since we started competing back in the spring of 21, and sort of been like a borderline top 10 team each year. And yeah, we look forward to growing, and give us a look.
All right, Nick, good to hear from you. Big congrats. Grab information on the Citadel and be sure to reach out to Nick. Up next, we've got Wake Forest here down the road in North Carolina. Wake Forest, you want to join us?
Hey everyone, my name is Johnny Perkins, and Wake Forest is located in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And as you all know, that's not really near the coast, and so you have to find the nearest lake. And so we end up partnering with Lake Townsend Yacht Club, which is roughly 45 minutes away. And that's where we host our practices in conjunction with the yacht club. And so we have roughly 5,500 undergraduate students. So it's a smaller liberal arts school, but we still have the ACC sports, which is a plus. And the sailing program, we're a club sports team, and we're learn to sail all the way through racing. And so whether you just want to get out there on the water for a day, a practice, or you want to race competitively throughout the year. And then next slide. And then, yeah, our team, since we're a relaxed club sports team, we practice once a week and typically go to 4 to 5 regattas a semester. these normally consist of ones nearby, like Clemson, Charleston, Wilmington. It's awesome going down to those places. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, we try to get everyone on the water during regattas and just love to have a fun time. Thank you.
Johnny, thanks so much for that. Glad to have you join us. All right, up next, Aiden from University of Miami is going to join you. All right, Aiden, you're up.
Yeah, so I'm the current president of our sailing team at the University of Miami. We are a club team, but we have a coach and Bill Johns, who's also on this call. A little bit of general info on the school. We are a private school, over 12,000 kids. On the slide, you can see our acceptance rate is now below 20%. You can see all the deadlines for applications. It is significantly easier to get in if you go early decision. So I would highly recommend that if you are very interested in our school. There's really a wide array of different majors and academic focuses, everything from marine science to business to architecture. And you can definitely see that within our team. We have students from, all-encompassing sort of academic background, and that's really awesome. Next slide. A little bit more info about our team in particular. We are about 30 members. Obviously that fluctuates year to year. Our schedule is we have a meeting every Monday at 8 p.m., sort of go over travel logistics, regatta recaps from the weekend before and whatnot. During the spring, we typically do Wednesday meetings for team racing, where we'll go over some videos from practice or regattas, talk through some situations and whatnot. And then we do practice Tuesday through Thursdays, 3:30 to 7:30 or dark. And oftentimes there will be a Monday practice as well. However, if we have multiple teams coming back from multiple regattas, sometimes we do cancel that and give the afternoon to catch up on school. We do practice in the U.S. Sailing Center out of Coconut Grove. So I'm sure a lot of you have either been there before or have been, to Coconut Grove in general. So it's, for those that have, it's an awesome place to sail. Your board shorts year round, which within college sailing is awesome. There's a lot of dry suits. So yeah.
All right. Right on time. Well done. Go ahead and grab that QR code if you're interested in Miami. And of course, we'll make sure these slides are available. Bridget's going to join us from Auburn. War Eagle.
Hi, I'm Bridget Monahan. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. And we're really working to get the Auburn sailing team back up and running. They have been practicing for a few years over the past couple years, but we're really working to be more competitive and get the women's team going this coming year. The Auburn sailing team is a club team. We sail out of the Dixie Sailing Club, which is on Lake Martin. It's just under an hour away from Auburn's campus. We're really working to start being more competitive this fall, traveling to different SAISA events. We're excited to announce the start of the women's team. We're also hoping to get some more 420s this fall. We have 6 right now and are hoping to add 6 more. Although it's a club team, there's a fun sail side and there's also the traveling side. We traveled to a few events last year and are hoping to travel to at least 3 this fall and maybe a few more in the spring. And then the next slide. If you're interested, reach out to our president, Liam, or you can also just email me or DM us on Instagram.
All right, great to have the Auburn team up and running. I'm glad to see the growth there, Bridget. All right, up next, see if I can get this right. We got some technology, so bear with me. We've got Jacksonville, and I need to make sure I'm muting this. All right, John from Jacksonville, I'm going to start your video here.
All right, should be timed out perfectly. First of all, I want to thank Dana. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. I want to thank Dana for putting this together. It's an amazing opportunity for all of you. And the important thing to remember for you guys as you start your college experience or your search for your college experience is to visit as many schools as you can. You have every wide range of schools here, from small private to large public schools. So find what works best for you. Find what's going to be, what you want from your college experience. Don't listen to your friends or your parents or your teachers or coaches. What's going to be your spot? If you want to be part of the coolest team in the country, you might want to check out Jacksonville. We're a small private school. I'm not going to bore you with all the statistics for the university. Our director of admissions is my former assistant coach. We have a lot of coaching. We have 5 coaches. Our campus is on the water. So we have practices right there. You walk to practice. We're a small school, as I said, 14-to-1 student to professor ratio, student to professor ratio. If you're looking for a real true team atmosphere, we have 50 athletes from 17 states and 5 international kids on the team. We have a great opportunity for everybody. We travel more than any team outside of New England. So we're doing 3 to 4 and sometimes 5 regattas on a weekend. So even though we have a team of 50, we're still able to give people experiences outside of that. We have 18 brand new Zim 420s, 3 coach boats. We are one of the youngest teams. We just heard from the Citadel, started in 6 years ago, I think he said. We're only 11 years old. In that 11 years, we went from about 250th in the country to finishing 3rd at the 2021 Nationals, winning a division at that Nationals, and 2 single-handed Nationals in that time. We've had 4 All-Americans in that time, everything from Charlotte Rose, who was a 2-time Youth World, 2-time national champion, and just missed the Olympics, unfortunately, this year. And Alfonso, who won A division that year, to one of our All-Americans was a walk-on transfer, so she only sailed 2 years. So there's every opportunity for you at a place like Jacksonville. And like I said, if you want to be part of the coolest team, screenshot this, reach out to me. There's a lot of information on both these. I know it's being recorded. Screenshot it, reach out to me or one of our assistant coaches, Ellie Moss. Follow us on Jax_sailing on Instagram. Check out our brand new coolest van in the country. We might not have like the coolest sailing center yet, but we have the coolest fan. So I hope you guys reach out to us. Look forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you again, Dana. Thanks everyone else.
Of course. Of course, I gave you a couple extra seconds for saying nice things.
Oh man, I blew it. I'm sorry. I was saying nice things about you. So
there you go. All right, up next, thanks, John. Up next, we've got the folks from Florida Tech. Brendan, are you on?
Yeah, I'm here, Dana. So my name is Brendan. I'm the race team captain for the Florida Tech Sailing Club. We are a club team at the university, and we are very competitive for being a club team. We travel all across SAISA. We are a self-governing team, and we are quickly expanding. The club was started up probably about 10 years ago after it died out for a little bit. And so we've revitalized it and traveling a lot. We've gone up to New England a couple times and travel all across SAISA. We're also very academically accommodating. I'm sure most universities are, but we have the flexibility to be able to make sure that you prioritize your schooling. We are a STEM university, so we will primarily engineering, and we're especially good in aerospace and ocean engineering. Our fleet, though, we have 9 matching FJs and 2 lasers. We also have an O-Day day sailor that we use for fun. We do learn to sail events, so we teach people how to sail, as well as have our competitive race team that goes and travels, but we have every level of sailing throughout the event. Can you go next slide, please? Yeah, so we're about 10 minutes from the beach. It's very nice. There's usually not too busy. So It's a very nice area to be in. We have a very small student to faculty ratio, around 14. We ensail all year round, and we just got brand new docks installed. So the waterfront property that we use in the lagoon is really great. In terms of our popular majors, aerospace and ocean engineering are really popular. Really any engineering we have. We also have a big business school, and yeah, forensic psych as well. So it's very easy at our school to get into labs as well. So working with professors very directly is something that is unique to Florida Tech that you don't find at a lot of other universities. Yeah.
All right, Brendan, thank you for that. All right, up next, we've got the College of Coastal Georgia, who probably has the most sailing-oriented Burgee. So props to that. And you ready to go?
Hello. Hey everyone, my name is James Nave and I am the president of the College of Coastal Club sailing team. Our club is open to all levels of sailing experience and aims to establish and strengthen the fundamentals of sailing within our members. For many of these members who are their first introduction to sailing and the skills that go with it. Our club is fundamentally a social team, with our race team becoming open to those who have spent at least one semester consistently engaging in practices, which are held on Monday and Wednesday at the Brunswick Landing Marina. We also host Saturday sails and weekend beach sailing, along with beach cleanups, food drives, and other on-campus engagement. College of Coastal Georgia is a small college. Next slide, please. Thank you. College of Coastal Georgia is a small college with 3,200 students and is rated number 2 in top value in Georgia. Some of our top majors include the nursing program, which is highly nationally top ranked, cybersecurity, with our team finishing top 5% in the country, psychology, hospitality, with great locations like Sea Island, St. Simons, and Jekyll, which we get onto for free, and environmental science and business, with the entrepreneurship minor being offered with any degree. We have about 50 clubs and organizations, ranging from running club to our tabletop RPG club, and our sports teams include golf, basketball, and tennis, being men and women's, and softball. Our tennis team has hosted the Sun Conference tennis competition since 2016, and our college has received the 2022-23 5-star NAIA Championship of Character with Gold Honors. We hope to see you soon at our campus. Thank you.
James, perfect timing, and it looks like you guys are always having a great time in Brunswick, so glad to see your program growing. All right, up next, let's go to the College of Charleston. Cougars?
Hey everyone, my audio and video on 2 different devices, so don't mind that, but my name's Annabelle Carrington. I'm the assistant coach here at the College of Charleston, as well as a 2019 alumni. College of Charleston is a mid-sized public school in Charleston, South Carolina, located in a beautiful city where you can walk pretty much everywhere, and our sailing center is just across the river. We sail in the Cooper River as well as in Charleston Harbor, where we get a sea breeze pretty much every afternoon. So we've always got great conditions. We are historically a very competitive program, as you can see the many honors listed there, where our program is fully varsity. We have a lot of support from the athletic department and the school. We actually had the president of the school and Clyde the Cougar, our mascot, come sailing this spring, which was pretty funny to see. Thank you. For the next slide. We have several coaches. Connor Bluen is our head coach. Myself and Ian Barrows, who is currently sailing in the Olympics, is coming to be the other assistant coach this fall. And then we also have Ned Goss, who is our offshore coach and dockmaster. So large program, 50 sailors on the dinghy team and another 25 on the offshore team. We have lots of boats at our sailing center, all listed there. We have full academic support, including an advisor, study hall hours, priority registration, and then athletic trainers. We train twice a week, as well as have practice 3 times a week. There's physical trainers if you're injured or sick. And then if you are interested in contacting us, all of the coaches' emails are below, minus Ian's. He doesn't have one yet, but he'll be here soon. Please include your sailing resume and your transcripts if you're interested. Thanks.
Annabelle, thanks so much. And, we take excuses like actively competing in the Olympics to not make this event. So good luck to Ian, and great to have the Cougars on here. Up next, Palm Beach Atlantic.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kirsten. I'm a PBA alum and current coach. I'll talk a little bit about the school. So Palm Beach Atlantic is located in downtown West Palm Beach, a beautiful growing city. It's a super small school. It actually has a ratio of 12 to 1 faculty to students, so very small class sizes. Its big programs are nursing, pharmacy, business, elementary education, and more. And it's a liberal arts Christian university, so its big focus is community, faith, and overall personal development. I'm going to let Dawson present the next slide and talk a bit about our team specifically.
Hi, everyone. My name's Dawson. PBA is a small but growing team. I think we only had about 8 people on the team last semester. We have lots of opportunities to advance with the team, to go to regattas. So, if you want to sail, you're going to be able to sail at this college. We practice 2 to 3 times a week, so you're not going to get too tired. And we're only 10 minutes away from the college, so you're not going to waste a lot of gas either. You're in Palm Beach, so it's always a good time, and the sun's always out. You're going to get a good tan. Thank you.
Appreciate that. You got to keep the important things, and getting a good tan is definitely a benefit in SAISA. So, all right, go Sailfish. Let's go up next to East Carolina University. East Carolina is back on the scene. Glad to have you.
Located in Greenville, North Carolina, ECU is home to 29,000 students, making it the 3rd largest university in North Carolina. Some of the top majors include nursing, business admin, public health, psychology. There are 99 undergrad programs and 104 graduate programs, including the Brody School of Medicine. If you'll go to the next slide, Dana. At this moment, there's not an active sailing team or club on campus. However, there has been an active team in the past, and my goal is to get that up and rolling again starting this fall. And there's no body of water in Greenville that we can use to practice, but we have the ability to drive 45 minutes away to multiple different venues, one being the Blackbeard Sailing Club, where we could use their boats and their facility. And we also have the opportunity to travel to Carolina Yacht Club in Riceville Beach to use their boats and facilities, as well as practice with other teams like UNCW. For fall 2024, my goal is to get the club up and moving and start getting involvement from the student body. And in the future, I'd love to be able to create a successful race team.
Ella, we're psyched that you're there, and we're glad to see East Carolina back on the map. All right, up next, let's go down to sunny St. Pete, Eckerd College.
Hey, everybody. My name is Ainsley Paramore. I'm a recent Eckerd Sailing alum. I'm here to talk about Eckerd. We are a small liberal arts school down in St. Pete, Florida. We're a 10-minute drive from St. Pete Yacht Club, so lots and lots of sailing going on in St. Pete. Our school has been rated the top 40 college that changes lives. As someone who went there, I can say that my experience there was an absolutely amazing experience. And, it's a small professor to student ratio, so you feel like you really get a lot of the attention that you need from the professors and from the coaches. Some of our bigger programs at the school are the marine biology program, as well as our environmental studies program. We also have many other majors that are very great. I studied communications and felt like I got a great education. This picture right here is our beach on campus. It is right next to your dorm, and it's also right next to our sailing center. This is Boca Ciega Bay that you're looking out on, which is where we sail. And just outside of the picture is where we have our custom-built sailing facility. We also are a pet-friendly school. Yeah, Dana, go for it. Talking about our team, we're a varsity-funded team, so we're on the front page of the Eckerd website. We have athletic trainers, sports med, Nike gear. We get treated like celebrities on campus. We have a custom-built sailing facility that was made for us in 2016. We have a brand new fleet of boats by Simmons Boatworks, built by Rob Simmons, who's an Eckerd alum. And we will be using those to co-host nationals with USF this spring. We do have a Olympic sailor, Laura Dahlman-Weiss, who will be participating on August 2nd in the Olympics. So she's an alum. We're really stoked to have her wearing the Eckerd swag. We have Ward Cromwell, who's our head coach, who's a very accomplished head coach. And we have a pretty small team that has lots of room for growth and potential. So if you're interested, please shoot Ward an email. That's it.
Ainsley, thanks so much. We love sailing at Eckerd. It is definitely one of the highlights of being in SAISA. So thanks for joining us and sharing with that. All right, up next, going to Columbia, South Carolina, to the Gamecocks.
Hey, I'm Tyler. I'm the president of the University of South Carolina Sailing Club, or Gamecock Sailing, as we call it. A little about USC is it's in Columbia, South Carolina. It's dead center downtown. The go-to majors that really attract people are our business school and nursing school, which are both really top tier. They're top 30 in the nation for public colleges, both of those with finance, operation, supply chain, nursing, and then we're the #1 school for international business in America. It's a 64% acceptance rate with a 1200 SAT and a 27 ACT. It's not super duper academically challenging to get in. And if you're above those stats, or you think you'll be above those stats, Columbia really offers a lot of academic scholarships to bring tuition down to in-state level. It's got 27,000 students in SEC football, plus Gamecocks are a cool mascot. You can imagine why. Our sailing team, we practice twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. We sail on Lake Murray out of Columbia Sailing Club. We sail C420s for our dinghy team and J24 and J105 for our keelboat team. We have our own J24 that we're free to use for any sort of practice we want. We do have a coach. He's one of our alumni. His name is Ian Street. Amazing sailor, great dude, awesome coach. We also have a massive social portion to our club with Learn to Sail and many other things. We do a lot of events with our sailing club that hosts us for practices and things. When we travel for regattas, we travel in conference and outside of conference every once in a while. We've gone to New York for both keelboat and dinghy regattas in the past. And then our keelboat team sails in the Lake Murray Yacht Racing Association conference, which is just kind of a local thing, but it's a great time. We're a club team, and our team usually consists of 20 to 30 people who a lot of them are just starting to learn how to sail, and they're interested in learning the rules of racing after being in our Learn to Sail for a semester or so. If you're interested in our club, you can message us on Instagram at Gamecock Sailing, or you can text my phone number 980-579-4806 or sosail@mailbox.sc.edu.
All right, Tyler, thanks. He's out here giving the digits. Go ahead and put that in the chat so folks can reach you as well. And great to hear from the Gamecocks. All right, Gators, University of Florida, you're up.
Hi, my name is Ava. I am the current UF Sailing President. So just a little bit about UF. We are number 6 in the nation for public schools as of 2024. Our largest majors are psychology, biology, and business admin. So, you have a plethora of things to choose from. We do have a 23% acceptance rate. And just so you know, we notoriously have a very early general admissions deadline at November 1st. So definitely something to keep in mind. I'm good for the next slide. So we are a club team. This does give us a lot of freedom and flexibility for our students and for our team members for academic purposes. Also a huge SEC school, so student life is really big in the swamp, and you get some freedom for that as well. This also gives us a lot of freedom with what to do with our budget. And of course, because we have a lot of things to do within SAISA and with the university, we have a lot of opportunities for leadership, so you can learn a lot as a sailor and as a young adult. And we have had a ton of growth over the past 3 years. This will be my 3rd year serving on exec. I
I was given the reins, or our board was, when our club was put on probation with the university. And this last spring, we earned the second highest tier of funding. So I'm really excited to see the growth of our club, both within UF's rights, but also financially and competitively. So thank you so much.
Ava, thanks for that. We love sailing at Lake Wahlberg. There's motivation to sail fast when you see alligators in the water, another benefit of SAISA venues. All right, up next, let's go to Clemson, South Carolina. Nyla. Sorry, I get you guys' name pronounced backwards. Nyla, you're up.
Hey all, my name is Nyla Miller. I'm a senior mechanical engineer at Clemson, and I've been the race team captain for the last 2 years now. Jack Housefield is also on this call, and he's our team co-captain. But Clemson is a club team that's student run. We have both a competitive side and a social side to our club. We're made up of about 450 members, with about 40 of them being active sailors who are on our race team, and the rest are social members and in our Learn to Sail programs. We have 12 420s, 2 skiffs, 2 J24s, and a new floating dock that just got put in this summer. And we also have a keelboat team. The boats are free for us to use whenever we want, so if you want to take your friends out, you're more than welcome to anytime. We practice twice a week, Monday and Thursday from 4 to 6. We highly encourage everyone to come to every practice, but we do understand that school comes first. We travel to about 10 regattas every semester, and most of the time, even as a freshman, you get to choose which regattas you want to go to and which ones you don't. The club pays for travel and hotels, with the racers only paying for their meals, and all of that's included in the semester fees. Outside of practice and regattas, we regularly have team dinners and hang out on the docks or go for sunset sails. And this team is where I've met some of my best friends. The atmosphere is great. It's very welcoming, and the team is made up of a lot of great people. And lastly, I'll talk about the non-sailing events that the club puts on for the social side, which of course is welcome to the racers. We have Fridays at 4 where we grill out and have beer can races and play cornhole. We have formals, mountain weekends, mixers, and tailgates for all our home games. So it's a lot of fun. The team is great, and I hope to hear from anyone that has any more questions or is interested in visiting Clemson. I'm happy to answer questions about the team, mechanical engineering, or just Clemson in general. My email and phone number are in the slides.
Nyla, thanks so much. And I love the point of making some of your best friends during your college sailing experience. I think that's something that resonates all across our conference. NC State is a Tier 1 world-class research university with internationally recognized programs in a wide variety of concentrations, including STEM, engineering, business, textiles, design, agriculture, and more. Our campus is beautiful, and there's so many resources for students to succeed in and out of the classroom. NC State is a large university with more than 36,000 undergraduate and graduate students and more than 100 potential majors. With a manageable class size, the educational experience is second to none. Here are some details on testing and admissions, acceptance rates, as well as in and out-of-state tuition. We strongly encourage recruits to apply early action, which provides increased opportunity for admission, scholarship, and grants. NC State is located in one of the best cities in the U.S., and Raleigh regularly finds itself in the top 10 rankings for a whole host of categories. NC State Sailing is classified at the highest competitive level, cross-regional, and although we are considered a super club organized under NC State's club sports, we compete against some of the best teams in the country, many of which are varsity programs. Our home venue in Raleigh is no more than 15 minutes from campus, and we benefit from having a coastal home in the picturesque community of Oriental, North Carolina, where we host our Big Spring Regatta, a favorite on the college sailing calendar for teams from across the country. We're on the water Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and have a classroom session each Thursday night. We've been successful in competition and have reached ICSA finals in co-ed most recently in 2021 and women's finals just this past spring, as well as having qualified for nationals in co-ed for the past 4 years in a row and in women's for the past 3 years in a row, together with back-to-back SAISA Conference championships in 22 and 2023. Being a club program, we offer academic flexibility, an especially important consideration when so many of our student athletes are enrolled in intense and challenging majors or courses of study. We're one of the most active teams in the country, averaging between 15 and 20 regattas a season. So if you're coming to practice and putting in the work, there is no riding the bench, and you'll be sailing from day one. We travel all over the country for competition, and those expenses, as well as housing, are covered by the team. The club sailing experience allows you to compete at the highest level and still enjoy a well-rounded college experience with a social life, as well as take full advantage of the many things that NC State has to offer, from hundreds of special interest clubs and organizations to championship level athletics, with most recently both our men and women's basketball team making a Final Four run, the baseball team making it back to Omaha for the College World Series, and football regularly competing for an ACC championship. Raleigh's a great city with lots to do, lots of live music, and NC State's Alumni Association and NC State's alumni globally are passionate about the Wolfpack. When it comes to finding internships, co-ops, and jobs, this is a real difference maker, not just in Raleigh, but across the globe. If you want to be a part of one of the most competitive and dynamic sailing programs in the country, drop us a line and let's connect. Embry Riddle, you guys are up.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tim Dolan. I'm the president of our Embry Riddle Sailing Program. Embry Riddle is an aerospace-focused school located in Daytona Beach, Florida. We're one of the premier aerospace universities in the United States and probably the world. Some popular programs that our students participate in are aerospace engineering, aeronautical science, astrophysics, mechanical engineering, and business. We've got an immense amount of extracurriculars that our students enjoy, anything from sports. We've got Greek life. Over 30% of our student population is involved in ROTC of some form, between Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. Yeah, the 30%. Our admissions, so we do rolling admission throughout the year. And we're a private university, so you might look at that tuition and think, it's a little pricey, but 94% of our students receive financial aid of some sort to help the cost of that private school tuition, so that helps a lot. ACT and SAT scores are encouraged but not required for admission. And we are a moderately competitive academic school, so any scores of that nature would be applicable. We've got the number 4 best aerospace engineering program in the country, and we're the number 1 pilot producers for the Air Force, apart from the Air Force Academy. So we are definitely on the national table. Can we get the next slide? And for our sailing club, we're a student-led club running out of our Student Government Association. And we are very much an active club. We've got 55 plus members at some of our events, and we are competing in SAISA, at an appropriate level as well. Last semester, we competed in 17 regattas, which, makes us busy pretty much every single weekend. And we are, student-led. So if you've got classes or whatever, our student board is very understanding, and, school comes first, so we are very aware of that. And if you have any conflicts with school or any other things outside of the club, everyone in the club is very understanding, and you're under no obligation. I say no obligation, under less obligation than, say, a varsity program. And I think that's something very beautiful about our club. 80% of the people that join our club come with no sailing experience, so we are very much a from ground up club, where we are teaching people with no experience and bringing the race eventually in SAISA. So we're very proud of ourselves for that. Our fleet consists of 12 FJs. We've got 2 C420s equipped with spinnakers and, 2 C420s. We got 4 lasers, 1 with foiling capabilities and access to 49ers, and a number of different boats through our affiliate. And we practice on the Intercoastal Waterway in Florida, so it's a beautiful venue, got good sea breeze, and I love everything about it. If you want more.
All right, I think we lost Tim at the end. I think he was saying if you want more information, go ahead and hit that QR code. I did not cruelly cut him off, I promise. All right, so that is a wrap on all of our teams for tonight. I will say I want you guys to kind of keep in touch on SAISA, follow our conference. There's a lot going on in SAISA. There's our website as well as our fall schedule, the live fall schedule, always up to date. That'll tell you what's going on for our teams and our conference all across SAISA. I'd like to say thanks for joining us, and let's take this time, let's open it up to any questions. We're happy to answer some questions or any conversation. Go ahead and throw your camera on and microphone if you have any questions, and we'll look for the right folks to direct you. All right, so it looks like unless I'm not seeing it. It looks like we've got no real questions. Thanks again for joining us.
Dan, I saw one about Clemson. The Clemson is, in the northwest of South Carolina, and the lake is 3 minutes from campus. So it's a super short drive. And if you're a freshman coming in, we do pickups at Tillman Hall. So the team captain or whoever can drive will pick people up on campus and take them to the lake. It's super easy, and yeah.
I think that's a good answer to probably a question you'll hear about a lot of programs. Most programs are organized in logistics of getting folks to and from campus if you don't have a car. So good point for Clemson, good point all across SAISA. Thank you, Jack. All right, y'all, let's do this. Oh, hold on. What is
Dana,
the process?
there's some questions in the chat.
Yeah, I'm just seeing that. Thanks, Annabelle. What is the process for a school that does not yet have a sailing team to join the conference? Email us. Email SAISA Commissioner at collegesailing.org. Reach out to me, to Nick Johnstone, and to Allison Jolly in our conference. We will guide you through that process, bringing you through basic membership in college sailing, what you'll need to do to move into a competitive program as a fundamental team. And then as you progress, we as a conference will support you and work to make sure that you have all of the resources and expertise to make it successful. This is absolutely one of the, I will say, the best conference in college sailing to grow a program and to show if you've got committed student leadership or a university administration who's interested in growing and building a college sailing program, SAISA is the place to do it. So please do reach out to me. Do we know when the 2024-2025 SAISA schedule will be posted? I think it's in draft form right now. It may be a tab on the overall SAISA schedule. Let me look real quick. We have the so that's this spring season. It is up and live with the fall season active on the schedule, and then we'll have the 25 schedule in more detail with more confirmation in the near future. There we go. There's the link for that.
Yeah, well, we have to do that draft at the end of fall. So
right. So we know kind of when the events are. What we don't know yet is who's sailing at those. And the way, as Allison referenced, we have a draft every December in which teams will pick their events for the upcoming year, both in conference and interconference, out of conference events, based on how we compete and how you finish in conference standings. Let me see what else we've got. I'm going to stop sharing here for a second. Other questions? I think that might be it, y'all. We'll end this recording here soon. It will be up online. Thanks for everyone to participate tonight. Thank you to all of our SAISA teams to take time. I know we're psyched to get back on the water here for the fall season. Good luck as you continue to compete in high school and in interscholastic competition. Reach out to us and come sail in SAISA. It's the best place to call home in all of college sailing. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for